All right, man. Let's talk about Jared Goff. People said, "Oh, you told me couldn't win with Jared Goff. We couldn't do this with Jared Goff." Look, spoke too soon, ninja. Spoke too soon. But yeah, it's time to have a conversation about Goff, man. And like I said before, I'm ready to hand the reins over to Hendon Hooker. I know it's more than unlikely to get up there and get Shedeur Sanders or Cam Ward or something like that. But at the end of the day, I done seen enough, man. I just think he too fluky, he unathletic, and for the most part, the pocket quarterback is dead. Just the quarterback that can just stand in the pocket all day. That shit is dead. I mean, if you start going through the quarterbacks in the National Football League, everybody has some mobility. I ain't say you got to be RG3, you got to be Jaden Daniels, you got to be Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen, but I just feel like you need to be able to be mobile, and Jared Goff is just too stiff. There's been questions about his arm. And he did overthrow Jameson Williams. I say that. He did overthrow him. You know what I'm saying? So I'll give him that. He finally overthrew him. But yeah, I think, you're not going to win the Super Bowl with him. I said that from the beginning. Everything had to be right around. He just limits you offensively too much. He limits you. You're at limitations when you're dealing with Jared Goff. Anytime, he has to move off the mark and somebody about to sack him, he fumble. He do this dumbass shit where he turn his back and, then he fumbles, he trips over his feet. I had enough. Imagine if we used to put a guy back there like Hendon Hooker who can run and move. I'm willing to take a step or two back because this roster is young enough with Hendon Hooker. I'm willing to take a step or two back. I'm willing to. Now, only they know that. Now, apparently, he was inactive for that game, and they went and activated Teddy Bridgewater, which they almost needed him. He was inactive for that game. So I don't know, can they feel like they can get him up to speed enough to get ready for the next season? But his athletic ability, his ability to throw it down the field, that's what you need. That's what you need, honestly. But the thing is, can they pick him up speed enough to learn how to read the coverages and go through the coverages and stuff? And that's the number one thing. Can they bring him up to speed on coverages? How to chop people up underneath and make the right throws. I think he got the arm. He got the athleticism. I think I would rather just take a step back. I think I would rather take a step back, and I feel like we have something in Hendon Hooker. I'll take a step back and roll with him. You just got to hand the ball off and make a few throws. That's it. I'm not letting Ben Johnson take that guy. Yeah. I would eat that Goff contract. I need him to just roll with him. If Goff had to be the backup, be the back. I'm willing to take a few steps back if it means the betterment of that franchise. Or trade Goff. It ain't be, he left, he lost, and y'all ready to throw him to the wall. Nah. Nah. I just know he ain't good enough to cut it. He ain't good enough to cut it. You need somebody that can move. He can't move. He too stiff in the pocket. And then he has these times during the season where he just had these really, really bad stretches. And last year, it was right around Thanksgiving in the Green Bay game, the Chicago game right before that. He has too many bad stretches, bro. And I just think now the Lions have, a mobile quarterback on the roster. Let's get him going. You got an offense in which he can make easy throws. He got available targets down the field. You have, Hand it off, make a couple short, throw it down deep. If Michael Penix, they can get him ready in a year, less than a year. I'm pretty sure Hendon Hooker could be ready then with 2 years under his belt. One being an injury year, but just a mental rep year. I'm ready. I'm ready for Hendon Hooker to come in and take. If they could move up and get Cam Ward or Shedeur Sanders, I'm willing to dump a Jameson Williams out of there. No offense to him, I'm willing to get Jameson Williams out of there. I'm willing to trade some of these guys. I'm willing to move on from. If you can move a Montgomery, a Jameson Williams, you could trade some of these dudes, Anzoni or Jack Campbell. Yeah, I'm willing to move some of these dudes. I'm willing to move a bunch of draft picks. If I really like those prospects. Now, I haven't really looked deep into Cam Ward, so I can't really say. But honestly, man, I like what I see from Hendon Hooker at Tennessee, but the problem is how the offense they ran. So him under center and him making certain throws, and that's the real concern. But I think I'm ready to deal with that. I'm willing to take a step back to get him ready next year. Now, if they figure, we ain't seen nothing in him and he ain't good enough, and they know that now, keep Goff another year, look for a quarterback. But as long as Goff is under center, they not winning the Super Bowl. There's too many limitations with Goff as far as his athletic ability and some of the things that he do. Now, if you say, if you really thought they had a chance to do something with Jared Goff, CJ, if you really thought they had a chance to do something with Jared Goff, what would you say they need to be done? I'm going to get Tyreek Hill. I ain't missing no words. I'm going to get Tyreek Hill. I'm putting the bow on this offense. I'm going to get Tyreek Hill, Jameson Williams, Tyreek, Amon-Ra, St. Brown. That's who I'm rolling with. And maybe I can find me a bigger body receiver that can jump up. In that case, I will keep Tim Patrick in that case. In that scenario, I keep him outside of the free agent video. I keep him in that scenario. I'll go get Tyreek Hill. If they really went over the hump, fuck that draft next year. I'm not saying give up a fur, but if I can go get Tyreek Hill and trade for Micah Parsons or something like that, them the two deals, that'll be my offseason. That'll be my offseason. That'll be my offseason. That'll be my offseason right then and there. That'll be my offseason. So I just wanted to say that real quick. Appreciate y'all. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Hit the link tree. Find me on Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Kick. Just X, Facebook, and Instagram. They deleted the Spotify. So I appreciate y'all. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. Peace.